What's going on, guys? This is Drew with Drew Drevs at Grubbs Volvo Cars in Grapevine, Texas, and today we're going for a drive in this 2026 Volvo XC60 T8 Recharge Polestar engineered. So for the 2026 model year, as you guys know, the Volvo XC60 was refreshed with the newer interior that you find in the Volvo XC90. And I am very pleased to find out that the Polestar engineered is still being made for the 2026 model year. I made a video on a 2024 XC60 Polestar the other day, and in the video I was like, man, I think it's discontinued, but it's not. And I was like, I really want to get a video on this, and I'm very excited to get a video on this. It's a very uncommon car. This is the highest trim level on the 2026 XC60, and this is also the only performance-oriented Volvo. This vehicle has a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with 455 horsepower and 523 pound-feet of torque combined. You can also get up to like 36 miles of range. It's a plug-in hybrid, of course, with it being a recharge product. And the Polestar engineered models will give you the Öhlins sport suspension, which is adjustable. You also get gold seat belts. You also have faster gear shifts in the Polestar engineered model. And you also have the beautiful Bowers & Wilkins sound system. Look at those speaker grills, absolutely beautiful. Look at the detail in those. And yeah, as I said, with 2026, you're going to get the new Volvo logo over here. Pretty much the same gauge cluster with the built-in Google Maps. The screen's updated, which was much needed. You even have a Bowers & Wilkins setting to change up the system. And the Bowers & Wilkins sound system in these cars is phenomenal. If I got a Volvo, I'd definitely get the Bowers & Wilkins sound system. That's a must for me. You also have the Orfor Sweden crystal gear shifter, reverse camera right there. You also have a wireless charging tray. The wireless charging tray was not there in the pre-facelifted Polestar, or even the pre-facelifted XC60 actually. They just introduced that for the 2026 model year. That's also a huge thing that Volvo had to do. Here's a cargo space or the center armrest space. The Polestar ones will give you a black interior, and you also get this material right here as well. The seats are very well bolstered with great lateral support, and you also have thigh extension too. It's to hold you in place if you're gonna go around corners in this Polestar vehicle. I do wish it had paddle shifters. It does not have paddle shifters, but let's walk around the car and see what it looks like. As I said, these are very uncommon. I've never seen any XC60 Polestar engineered on the road before, and I've only seen 2 V60 Polestars. This one's finished in vapor gray metallic, fantastic color. That would get this exact spec. You also have the giant gold Akebono brakes with Polestar engineered vehicles. Also have drilled rotors, and the wheels are gorgeous. These are some of my favorite wheels ever made on a car. I think they look phenomenal. And there's the charging door. You still have the same front end's pretty much the same. You have the Thor's Hammer daytime running lights and LED headlights. But for the 2026 model year, the grille has been revised to have like the crosshatch pattern that you see on the 2025.5 and 2026 Volvo XC90s. The XC60 Polestar will also give you the flared wheel arches, black mirror caps. This is a beautiful SUV. No one even knows what this is. They're very, very rare, as I mentioned. Polestar engineer badge on the back. There are no exposed exhaust tips on any Volvos, but you do have a more aggressive rear bumper to kind of signify that it's like a performance model. Here's the trunk space, looks pretty good. You also have a ski pass-through over there, or bigger item pass-through, whatever you want to use that for, I guess. But yeah, it looks really good. The wheels are just gorgeous. Love it. You also have Pirelli tires on this product. And the wheels also say Polestar engineered. Reminds me how BMW individual cars say BMW individual on the wheels. And you have like the gold valve stem caps to continue that gold theme with the gold seat belts and gold brakes. 2-liter turbocharged direct injected engine with electric motor. 21-inch 5-spoke Y-spoke black forged alloy wheels. $79,800. The Polestar engineer will give you Napa leather front seats, gold color seat belts, charcoal headliner, graphical head-up display, 360 surround view camera, unique Polestar engineered chassis and suspension including Öhlins dampers, tailored dashboard, crystal Geartronic gear shifter by Orfors, and pilot assist. 22-inch forged wheels are $800, which is so worth every penny. Total suggested retail price is $81,895. Definitely pretty expensive, but I guess if you're someone who really wants this car, this is your only option, you know? If you want a performance Volvo. You get 63 mpge and 28 miles per gallon gasoline only combined, which is fantastic on a performance-oriented SUV. And annual fuel cost $1,600, which is not bad at all. Let's get this car on the road and see what it's like to drive. And I think I'm going to be the first person getting a video point of view test drive on the XC60 Polestar 2026 because I haven't seen any online yet. So if you want to change your mode, I remember Volvo used to have like a little scroll wheel right here for changing your modes, but they got rid of that, which sucks because I prefer this. So I'm going to put in Polestar mode. You have hybrid, Polestar, pure, off-road, and all-wheel drive. Not like anyone's really going to ever take this car off-road anyway. Battery usage is auto, hold, or charge. And when you put it in Polestar mode, it'll the engine will kick on. But let's get this out on the road. You also have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and built-in Google Maps, of course. You can also, and it's also built in over there. But I'm not sure if it's wired or wireless. I think it's wireless now. At least I hope it is. And yeah, let's go on the road. But yeah, what I love about this car again is that you probably will never ever see one on the road. They're so rare. I've never seen an XC60 Polestar ever on the road. And it's even harder to see a V60 Polestar because that was discontinued. Quick acceleration. This car does 0 to 60 in the low 4-second range, which is really good. And the thing about this car, as I said, it's a fantastic daily driver because of yeah, look how fast this thing is. That's awesome. Very fast car. But yeah, it's very pleasant to drive, and it's a great daily driver because not only is it's a good looking SUV, it's very comfortable, and it's also, Volvos are the safest cars on the road, so you have the safety factor over there. But yeah, like you can use electric charge, and like if you have a short commute, you could just drive off the electric powertrain. And even if you're using gas, you get great fuel economy. Like imagine road tripping this car across the country. It would be a blast. And it's so fast. And all T8 Volvos are fast, but the issue, in my opinion, is I like performance-oriented cars. I like to have a stiffer suspension. But the T8 Volvos, which are not Polestar engineered, have a very soft suspension, so you can't really take corners with confidence, and there's body roll. But this XC60 Polestar combats that because it's a performance car, and acceleration is always on tap. It's very, very quick. Like I would love to daily drive a certified pre-owned XC60 Polestar. $82,000 is a little expensive for me to get as a daily driver. But if I got like a certified pre-owned one, a couple years old for like $50K, I would gladly drive that. I like having unique cars that you don't see often. So this definitely checks that box for me. The seats feel amazing, very comfortable. And like, yeah, the Bowers and Wilkins system's amazing. I would love to demonstrate it, but you can't really, like, I don't have binaural audio, so you can't really tell. And I don't have any like music saved in which it's not going to be like, which is not copyrighted or whatever. But just take my word for it, it's fantastic. But yeah, like the seats are just so nice. Like the thigh support, lateral support, lumbar support, all of it feels great. I feel very comfortable in this car right now. It is so quick, very fast, very, very fast car, guys. I'm gonna try a different mode now. As I said, I'm not a big fan of how I have to go through all these menus to change my mode. It shouldn't be that hard. Just give me a button. Goodness. So you can just put in hybrid mode. Pure is pure electric driving. Hybrid mode is probably what you're gonna want to drive in most of the time. But, or if like, you know, if you're in like traffic or have like a short drive, you could put it in pure to use your electric range. I think 36 miles is great. It doesn't take a whole lot of time to charge up the vehicle either with 36 miles. But yeah. But yeah, this feels very comfortable, very enjoyable to drive. I love it. And it's super quiet in here. But yeah, as I mentioned, with this sport suspension on the Polestar, you will feel bumps. It does feel a lot stiffer than a regular XC60, and that's the territory of it. Like, it feels interesting to be in a Volvo that has a stiff suspension. That's why it's just, it's funny. It just like feels so, it feels like an oxymoron. I'm Volvo with like a rough suspension, because most of them are so smooth. But yeah, as I said, this is the only performance-oriented Volvo right now. With the V60 being gone, it's only the XC60 Polestar. There's a very niche market of people looking for a Polestar engineered Volvo, so that makes sense. It's yeah, like someone like myself, I love this car. Most people, when they go for a Volvo, they want really smooth ride, very comfortable ride. This is still comfortable, but it's on the sportier side, so it's stiffer suspension, and that's what I want. I don't want it to be too comfy. I don't want a bunch of body roll. I want to be able to throw this car around corners, and you know, and I would adjust the suspension to make it as stiff as possible, personally. I love having a balance. I don't want it to be too stiff, or I don't want it to be too wafty. So this car does that really, really well, balancing sportiness with comfort and luxury. It truly does feel very luxurious. And yeah, like these seats, when I turn the car, the lateral support's great. It keeps me in place, and I don't feel like I'm flopping around in the interior, which is a big deal. Some cars who are just sporty don't have sporty seats, which is not good. But overall, very nice 2026 Volvo XC60 T8 Recharge Polestar engineered right here. Thank you for watching another video of Drew Drives. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, and be sure to check out the link to Grubb's family dealerships and Grubb's Volvo cars in the description below if you'd like to shop for your own XC60 Polestar, new or certified pre-owned.